Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. Today we will try to set up a questions objective for students who may wish to undertake any subjects or have an objective question. So here make sure you are turn editing on here, and then this is a specific column for our demonstrations only. So have a look, we add an activity here for quiz. Okay, through your OLES, add button, and then write it down as a midterm examination. Okay, usually you can put down any description by writing it on, or perhaps you may put some pictures, just like the normal one, a normal test or normal exams. So I'm trying to put this browse where you choose the files or cover page, a screenshot perhaps, and then upload this file, and then I'm trying to write it out as a midterm coverage. Okay, then save image. So there you go. Students able to view this one. Like questions, I don't know, just like preview my previous semesters. Okay, so that students able to view it, like display description on course page. So as usual, timing. You need to set the time. Let's say on 10. I don't just pick a number just for demonstrations only, saying that you wish to do like 9 o'clock, saying, and then you want to set up the date, same date. Okay, saying like 1 hour, just for only for objective. Okay, question for objectives. So bear in mind when you do a test on OLES, to make it is the students only able to access it. Let's say if you set at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you need to do the student only can access it like 9:05 a.m. or 9:10 a.m. This is because of the server problems. It's not your computer problems. It's not the OLES problem, but it's the server itself. The server originally may be setting differently, but it is not actually affecting at all for your test, because even the students able to start at 9:05 a.m. but he or she will finish at 10:05, so meaning it's extra 5 marks. And basic is not extra, but the time frame still the duration of 1 hour. So the time limit here, assuming that's 1 hour because we set at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So when time expires, the student must be submit all the answers, okay, as fast as they can within the time duration that you have given. So the grading, you may not change at all, because usually grade to pass, let's say if there are 20 questions, they need to do 10 to pass. I don't know, it's up to you. Okay, how need to the setting or look at your own subjects. Alright, and then usually attempts allowed unlimited, so student able to attempt so many times until the terms end. So the layout, usually the layout will refer to every question will appear on the same page, or you want like every page have 2 or 3 questions, you can set up early, or perhaps you don't want to change it at all, it's fine as well. So the question behavior is shuffle, so meaning that students are able to receive the questions differently, but in the same, the number is quite the numbers of the questions will be quite different compared to others, to avoid any copying or sharing any information. So review options, same this one. Usually I'm not trying to change it because it doesn't affect it at all. But yeah, you can untick some of the buttons here, but it's up to you. So appearance here, show the user's picture if you wish your student to put, because it's basically on the profiles, the student profiles. Extra restriction is necessary, and I think it's compulsory for all those who like to wish to have an online test. Right, require password, saying I just want to put this number of figures. You can create on your own. Okay, so this one for unmask. Okay, then overall feedback if you wish to, but it's not necessary at all. separate groups or for visible to all groups. Let's say you have 3 sections, you may want to have a separate groups. Okay, only specific groups or sections can answer the questions. So grouping, if say none, usually this one will be setting differently. Save and display. So basically, when you display the questions, you have specified close date before the open. Okay, sorry, wrong. Okay, so when there is an error, there will be like, yeah, the system can indicate which one. Save and display again. Alright, so this is how the student able to view your midterm exam, for example. Okay, this is only for demonstration purposes. Okay, let's say I want to do a part A 10 questions only, which is for objectives. Okay, to make sure that you have enough time to copy and paste, so make sure that you open it or you have set up or prepared it early. So students will be able to get the view here just like they sitting for a real exams, I mean physical exam in a hall, exam hall. So the quiz will not be able until Thursday. So time because need to know the quiz time limit 1 hour grading methods. This is how the students are able to view. To double check it, okay, go to the subjects, okay, the dashboard here. So the students able to view like this. This is how they viewing it. Okay, let's have a look here how to change the role of student view. You can go to switch to student, and then here this is what we call student view, assuming you are a student. So these are the things that they can see. Okay, final exam week, midterm exam, etc. Okay, to edit the questions again, going back, return to my normal role, right, and then moving on to your column, specific column for midterm exams. Okay, and then you want to add questions, right? So edit quiz. Okay, this is questions. Let's say I try to do like 3, 4, 5 questions. So add a new questions. You need to do objective, right? So multiple choice or MCQ. Add button. So this is why you default for the midterm exam. Question 1. Alright, so default mark for here is 1. So where you can get all the questions is that through this example saying bear in mind sometimes the system may not able to view your so this one a type of question, say for question number 1. Okay, so default mark is 1. So answer one answer only. Number of choices like A, B, C or 1, 2, 3, usually A, B, C. Shuffle the choices, yes. So this to make sure that your students, not asking their friends to avoid such, misconduct to do it. So the answers, okay, let's say which one is the answer, saying that this is example of the questions, saying the A is incident, accident, sorry, accident. Next one, inspection. Just write it down, all the answers, choices, investigation, and daily operation. These are the options. Okay, so which of these answers are the real answers? So looking at the questions here. Alright, saying assuming that this is the daily operation is the answer. So So this one is 100%. Okay, the column here, it's for your feedback. I mean, if you're writing down any information related to accident, so you can explain it here. All right, more on information for students, okay, when they want to answer the question. However, if you think it's not necessary for you to put any information, so just leave it as blank. Okay, so here, and then blanks for combined feedback. If you need to have combined feedback, if you don't need to, just ignore it. Multiple tries, saying penalty for incorrect type. If you think that the students need to have this one, it's like more represented. Let's say if they pick A as the answers, which is wrong, so the student can be deducted marks on that. So basically, if you don't want to wish, or if you don't wish anything, it's like more like a hint, so you just put a 0. All right, so meaning that it's not giving them anything. All right, and then save changes. All right, so in here, it's to ensure that the students are able to view it, and then to answer the questions, and then without asking or attempt to copying their friends. Okay, so you can add more button here. Right, for this one, saying this is a part A, multiple choice, just enter. All right, so this is how, and then keep going for the rest of the questions. Okay, to ensure that you have more questions, then you can include more. So basically, you can try and test this set of objective questions to your classes, to make sure that it runs properly before you can have the right one. You can view it, you can look at how the students can answer it. Okay, and then any questions. Next one, you get to multiple choice, add button. Alright, the objective question is quite differently compared to essay, because essay you can upload a files to support the answers. But for objective, you already set earlier on, so that it's much more easier for you. Alright, and that is probably reduce a bit of time of the students rather than they need to upload. So the next question is question 2. Just randomly pick anything. Just copying. Sometimes this setting is not proper here, because we got the setting of the after your laptop sometimes, or your PC is quite differently. So the marks is 2. So answer 1 only. So answers, so you can write it down. Entity table. So entity table, attribute, systematic. Okay, so which one is the answers? So here D is the answers. Alright, so 100% here. Great summary. So the answer is D. And then, however, because you already shuffled early on, so the system will recognize that. Okay, shuffle the choices. So if enable, the order of the answer is randomly shuffled for each attempt, provided that shuffle within question in the activity setting is also enabled. And then tries. So they can try so many times for each questions until time's up. Okay, save changes. The system, once you add the questions, okay, it will automatically will be like this, right? Assuming that there are only 2 questions here. Okay, so the total, assuming that you have, okay, saying 2, your maximum grade for all questions, okay, and you need to shuffle, so you can put more and more. So here, if you see this very small cute button here, is an add page break. Okay, so meaning that one page have 2 questions, or 10, even 10 questions, or even if you want to do a single question, but you may really have a lot of pages there. So it's better for you to do like this, right? Then save. When you save the buttons here, so automatically it's setting up earlier on for you. Have a look for midterm exam here. Okay, so assuming, okay, this is what the students expect when they answer any questions, just only for objective questions. So start to attempt. So this is what they need to do. Password. Alright, this is what the students are able to view. Okay, so the time frame here will indicate how many minutes, how many hours they can attempt the quizzes or the test. So A, for example, next. On this one, just randomly guessing. Okay. So once the student able to answer it, okay, and then student need to submit all and finish. Assuming you are a student. So this is what the answer is. Okay. So basically, when you set up the early on, okay, when they submit, this is only for a test, okay, how the students able to view it. You finish review, right? First things first, when you do this, it seems that it's very interesting that students able to view like a normal task that they have from the previous semesters. So this is how it looks. Okay, so hope this session will be very helpful for you to do your objective questions. So next time around we go to see the true false. Thank you and bye bye.